Nah, the speaker, the general speaker, they are playing. We were here. Tomorrow, we can say you know what I feel? You don't know. But why is that doing?
Thought on the issue of the threshold bill that was passed recently, and then a motion of reconsideration was taken by one of our colleagues, which sparked heated debate around here. You know, on the 9th of December 2025, the House of Representatives passed on this bill and sent it to the Senate for concurrence. This bill was crafted following the submission of the 2022 census result, which puts Liberia's population at around 5.2 million plus. And this submission was done to satisfy the constitutional requirements that are enshrined in Articles 80 and it says each cost of 20 shall prescribe, in keeping with population growth, a movement as reviewed by the National Census.
It's Magella Cooper. I'm the senior political advisor to His Excellency Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. But I also happen to be the spouse of the Speaker.
The example of our President, His Excellency Joseph Boakai. This is why we are here. Let me be on record. This is the national actor of Republic of Liberia that is the nucleus of Liberia. Go. Everything that Liberia needs to reflect on the historicity how Liberia was built. We have it here, but the central government has forgotten about it. And we will continue who will speak. Mercy. And the war will hear.
Coming from the executive.
I say, I don't know why the president chose to think about football academy right after the exit of the footballing president. President Boakai had never, I don't think he even played in elementary school. To sit and decide that you're going to play a football academy, something that was being done by President Weah, who is celebrated in Africa. We think that is a serious challenge. That's a serious challenge. Everyone should watch that, because if this woman go ahead and build a football academy, football was not a priority on George Weah.
A lottery approved by the legislature. If you spend $10 million on a government project, which institution funded it? It also lends credence to some of the things people have said, that some of the money hitting the budget. For example, they're spending $1 million for Foya Hospital. What's the population of Foya? $1 million for Foya Hospital, but there are more people in Basso. There are more people in Magidi. So how do you allot money? There's a lot more money being spent for Kolahun Hospital, and there is also money being spent for Current Hospital in Zozo. So this year's budget spending almost $2 million on hospitals in Foya. Are they getting those money? In Lofa, are they getting those money to go back for spending on other projects?
American, distinguished colleagues, I want to say good morning to every one of you, and thank God that we're in 2026. I mean, this is a very pleasant morning. All we can say, we want to tell God thank you for life. He has given us another breathing space. However, I am reminded of the conversation that was in the chat room yesterday where the speaker validated that Cecilia Paul is his biological sister. That leads us to the fact that Richard Kun, at this point in time, you should recuse yourself, that you have committed crime under our law, the domestic law of this republic, that incest is a crime. So until we get reasons why you marry your sister, I think you have lost legitimacy to reside as speaker. So it is just the right thing for you to recuse yourself. And one thing, there are a lot of colleagues calling me and say, oh, you're from the fanatic over blood, they fire, you're not supposed to be commenting, you're not supposed to be talking. There is not a no damn blood thing that we're talking about. We are talking about the credibility, the image of the house that represents every one of us, the legislature as a body. Do you know what happened? That a woman is claiming that she got a marriage divorce certificate from the civil law court. The reputation of our judiciary is placed on a question. Now the executive is also placed on a question. The legislature is placed on a question. And the lives and the status of our Liberian brothers and sisters in the United States of America now being in danger. I mean, this is a grave allegation. I'm hoping that our dear speaker can do the right thing. I'm not talking about removal of Richard Kun. I'm only saying he should recuse himself because they are also saying the woman fake document and blah, 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 blah. In the state of Delaware, you did marriage, and then now we have credible information. The documents will be available today that, pictorial evidences will be out that you did marry and you exhibited acts of husband and wife. And if those papers are provided today from now to 12 o'clock, I think Richard Kun will not be speaker anymore.
Now, what is the big news?
The big news in the corridor. Are you people planning to remove the speaker?
But this is not the speaker house.
Are you one of those?
This place is not the speaker office. It's not a personal property. It's not anybody's personal property. Anybody who falls below the belt in terms of legislative proceedings and or requirement, obviously it behooves the members to ask you to step aside.
Do you want the speaker
I'm saying to you now, if you perform below the belt, it behooves the members to say step aside.
Is the speaker performing below the belt?
No, he's performing.
Okay, so
he's performing. No, I don't want. I don't want him out. I'm saying he's performing until it is proven beyond all reasonable doubt that this speaker have done this, has done this, that required for us to remove him. Obviously, we remove.
So here is my promise to you, not as a politician, but as a Liberian who loves this country with everything I have. CMC will end corruption, not reduce it, not manage it, end it. CMC will create jobs, real jobs, jobs that let you provide for your family with dignity. CMC will build roads that connect our farmers to markets, roads that connect our children to school. CMC will put medicine in hospitals. So no mother ever has to watch her child suffer because some politicians stole the health budget. CMC will unite this nation. No tribe left behind. Competence over connection. One Liberia for all Liberians. But I cannot do this alone. CMC cannot do this alone. This movement, this revolution, it belongs to you. You, the student who dreams of a better future. You, the mother who prays for her children every night. You, the father who sweat feeds this nation. You, the professional who is embarrassed by what Liberia has become. You, in the diaspora, who left because Liberia failed you, but whose heart never left home. This is your movement. This is your movement. This is your Liberia. So I'm asking you, no, I'm calling you to join us. Join CMC. Not because we have all the answers, but because together we are the answer. Sign up, volunteer, donate what you can. Share this message to your neighbors. Be the change you have been waiting for. 2026, the year of change. The year we stop waiting. The year we start to build. The year we take back what is ours. Liberia first, citizens empowered for the people, by the people. Happy New Year, my people. The awakening has begun. God bless you, and God bless the people and the republic.
These kind of words we live in today. I got a letter from Obama from his foundation. He sent a note. And then he sent this note and called, and then in the note they said President Obama. And so then somebody is telling me, why you always call George President? I said, I don't even like to talk to people like you. He said, why? I said, because we're not writing to people like you. I said, I got 3 different degrees. I've been meeting people globally. And in their mind, they know I'm on their level. That's why they're talking to me. If you went there, you got to wait in the car. I'm not talking to you on my page. Just find something else to do. I'm talking to President George. Didn't you watch the inauguration? Before they inaugurated this man called Donald Trump. Before they inaugurated him, they announced all the presidents called him president. I don't know where they were. People were asking me, they not watch that. Here comes President Bill Clinton. Here comes President George Bush. Here comes President Obama. They were naming those people elect systematically until they all get seat before they announced the president-elect. And people are here in those small countries, 5 million people, most of whom haven't even written any paper on their own wall, when they post pictures, and they are telling you, don't call George president. You have a problem. And if you are pathetic, I'm not a doctor. You got to do psychology.
I was formally exonerated of the rape allegation made against me. The investigator found no evidence to substantiate the claim, and the findings clearly established that the allegations could not be supported by facts, forensics, or circumstances. This outcome came through due process, forensic review, and professional investigation. Let me state clearly and unequivocally that since returning to Liberia from the United States on August 8, 2025, I did not meet, see, or interact with the alleged victim at any time, in any place, or under any circumstances. That fact was central to the police investigation and was confirmed during the process that led to my exoneration. For clarity and public understanding, it is important to address the specific claim relating to Saturday, August 30, 2025. On August 30 was a Saturday and a non-working day. I did not go to SKD to work on that day. I do not have personal access to my office key. Therefore, it is impossible for anyone
Soup endorses stands July 17 protest. Calls on Vice President Jeremiah Pankun to submit himself to an independent investigation on the just passage. Demand the immediate dismissal of police IG Gregor Como. Battle-tested militants and ID law, the cadres of Revolutionary Vanguard Syndication Party. Conscious compatriots of student movement, oppressed laborers, market women, and the resilient masses of the Liberian people. We salute the revolutionary concern in the face of perpetual marginalization. The Revolutionary Vanguard Syndication Party addresses all Liberians today on the historical barricades of intellectual resistance and militant combativity, standing resolute as the perpetual conscience of the society and the vanguard protector of democratic accountability. The current socio-economic landscape in Liberia is marked by an escalating governing crisis in which economic paralysis, institutional fragility, and the naked assault against the rule of law have taken over the society. Vanguard Syndication Party. University of Liberia, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Soup endorses stands July 17 protest. Calls on Vice President Jeremiah Pankun to submit himself to an independent investigation on the just passage. Demand the immediate dismissal of police IG Gregor Como. Battle-tested militants and ID law, the cadres of Revolutionary Vanguard Syndication Party. Conscious compatriots of student movement,
oppressed laborers, market women, and the resilient masses of the Liberian people. We salute the revolutionary consistency in the face of perpetual marginalization. The Revolutionary Vanguard Syndication Party addresses all Liberians today for the historical barricades of intellectual resistance and militant combativity, standing ready.
I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me Mr. Journalist, I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now, and I just want to ask you some questions.
This is Arthur, and we like to, say kudos to his entire team for making sure that he is recovering speedily. And we saw a video of him on Noisy platform speaking to his fans and followers and supporters as well. Good evening from Liberia. This is the Roundtable live on Wizz TV. Today is the 14th day of July 2026. It's the 7th month. We've gone a quarter of the year 2026, and we'd like to welcome all of you to this wonderful presentation here on Wizz TV. We're coming to you live from Liberia. It's exactly 23 and a half minutes past the hour, 10 o'clock in Liberia. If you're there in the US, it's exactly 23 and a half minutes past the hour, 6 p.m. on your time. Tonight we're going to talk about more great issues and news that are making headlines across our country, Liberia. What is it we're going to look at? We're going to look at the regulation of heavy moving equipments like the trucks that have been having a lot of accidents on the Johnsonville Road. We're going to look at that and make sure we are able to give you our own, experience and analysis on the situation. We also going to look at regulations of let's say lawmakers passed the bill to establish the 16 new districts across Liberia. Do they have the right to do so? We're going to look at that as well. And what are the process of establishing establishing new districts across the country. And we'll be looking at 10 July 17 protests and as well as the July 26 celebration being placed in Grand Bassa County. And that is going to last for at least 5 consecutive days there in Grand Bassa. Stay tuned. We take a short break with our partner on the show. Queen Hair Collection is our partner. Right after that, we'll be back on this program. My name is William. Stay tuned.
Hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room. Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve. Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakweyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakweyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakweyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakweyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakweyanhaircollection.com.
Kakweyan Hair Collection is our proud sponsor on the program, the Roundtable, and we hope that you can just reach out and be able to run through with your, you know, purchase or order there on the program. I'm not really feeling well. I'm running down with a headache and fresh cold. So yeah, but we still have to be here to make sure we can be able to give you all of what you deserve as our follower, and as well as our, you know, viewers on the program, the roundtable. So let's begin with the topic here: regulations on heavy earth moving equipment. We saw that when the Unity Party government uh, took office, Police RG Gregory Coleman at the time was setting the country up in terms of regulations. They asked that no motorcyclists should ply the main street of Monrovia, which was something commendable by a lot of Liberians. Something that we also, you know, very, very much great. And again, we uh, have been arised, Liberians in general, was been arised by most of the motorcyclists, and there were a lot of issues that happened. And the police RG, the Liberia National Police, as well as the Ministry of Justice, came out with some regulations, despite of having motorcyclists to ensure register by equipment like helmet, vests to apply, you know, the principal streets of Monrovia. They banned them from plying the streets, and it was another situation. We later on saw that, you know, police RG Gregory Coleman, and this was not something new, right? This was something that was in place for a longer time, even when we had then President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. I remember there was a strict mandate and restriction on individuals fly with heavy vehicles like trucks, 4 tire, 8 tire trucks, 10 tire trucks, 18 tire trucks, and the tankers. You know, all of those were given the period of 6 o'clock to start plying the streets. At that time, people are already on their way home. But now, this is one thing that is causing serious, serious harm and problem for the general society in Liberia. This was something reinforced by Police IG Gregory Coleman, and with that, we've seen a lot of accident cases. One of them has been the situation with a comrade of mine in the AME University, where she lost one of her leg, and she's been treated so that she can lose the other leg because of a tragic accident situation. Now, what is it that the government is doing in terms of these police officers that are in the traffic? What level of education the police have given to traffic police individuals to be able to educate them what to do and what not to do? It puzzled me a lot, right? To the fact that these officers I don't know if they are informed or whatever, whatever, because the fact remains most of the police officers in the traffic shows the level of you not even trusting them with anything. This is something that I'm saying plain blunt, right? And whether the message is being passed through the official, group chat or whatever, whatever. But I think that most of these police officers are not informed. And it's not just the police officer. I got insulted today. It's not just today. I got insulted for telling these drivers that that's not the right time to plow the street for your vehicle, especially in a congested areas. We've seen people lost their lives that we've been able to cover. It's not something we can boast of. What is it that the government, in terms of regulating these individuals that have these heavy moving vehicles, equipments that plow the streets, what are the regulations that these guys are doing to making sure that these individuals can no longer plow the streets on a regular basis, morning, afternoon hours, but instead start moving by 6. Let's say you're coming from Carisburg or you're coming from Calcutta and you pick up at 6. Before you get to Pinsville, it's already 7. You will not have a lot of people in the street. And that won't give you the cause to even run into somebody to get them killed. That's one. Another thing is, like I mentioned earlier, is it that there's no much awareness and public information in terms of things that the police are doing, or the level of awareness is that little that they need to strengthen? Those are some of the questions that I would like to ask today on this platform when it comes to, you know, restricting these moving equipments, heavy equipments, to stop operating during daytime. You know, we have a lot of traffic situations. Some people drive recklessly, which is not something we should encourage, right? But again, the law should remain the law. If you go back to the state, right, back to the US, you will never ever see these equipments being plied in the streets on a regular daytime. They will always uh, be plied during the night hours because you won't have a lot of people in traffic. You won't have a lot of people moving from here and there. So at the end of the day, it's the right and appropriate time to move freely and to carry on your daily operations. We understand the fact that if you park these vehicles and equipment, you won't be able to get contract. But again, there's measures and there should be measures to making sure that you get the right contract and be able to operate at the right time. Of course, there should be some level of information passed to the police officers, and there should be some penalties for those that would be violating whatever that have come out from what the police have said. The police cannot say something different, and these individuals who claims that they are operating, heavy equipments are doing something extra different. Of course, and I feel that you know this also will help with the issue of accident. This will help with people losing their lives. This will help with people losing family members that they depend on. This will improve road safety. This will protect road infrastructure, and this will make commuting across various areas easier. Of course, Some might say, letting these guys ply at night will delay, projects. We understand. Maybe you can ply at night or daytime on the highway. And some will say it could increase operational costs. Tell me, what operational costs that will increase for you? And there's a lot and a lot that we we want to mention and just continue to talk about over and over and again. But again, like I said, our government needs to be strict with these regulations and make sure that we can have the full implementation of when and why should these individuals ply the street at this hour. Of course, of course, of course. So we'll be brief. My head is really really pounding. I'm not ready too well, but we have to run a show tonight. So the national legislature, the 55th national legislature of the let's say the House of Representatives passed bill to establish 16 new electoral districts across Liberia. This will sum up to 89 districts across our country. Hmm? And let's look at, is there a need for additional districts right now? Some might say we don't think so, and exactly because if we have these 16 districts created, we will need funding to be able to run the election process. That is going to cost the government a lot. We're creating new districts, improve development. That would be one question from local librarians. Could this increase government spending? Of course, yes. Some might say, the existing districts already unrepresented. There are lawmakers are not doing things they want them to do. And let's understand the fact that the population increase. Hmm? And but I think there should be some right procedures in making sure that we have new districts. And it shouldn't be just a form of, you know, creating jobs for other people. Up to present, the not House of Representatives said they've impeached Yeke Koluba, former representative of District 10. But yet then still, we are yet to see the national legislature opening vacancy for that post. So you should understand the fact that there's a lot of constraint in terms of running elections. There's a lot of processes in running an election. It's not how you see it from the outside world. It's how the election process has been well taken care of to make sure that the election has been run in a smooth manner. Like I said, I'll be brief. It's tough for me right now, but again, I want to be brief the July 26th celebration will be held in Grand Bassa, and we are hoping to see the organizer achieving what they want to achieve. We hope for, you know, a great celebration for we all Liberian. Will be turning 179, I'm sure. And a great nation Liberia is something that we all can hope for. We also expect a protest on Friday, July 17th by Stans, and let's see what's come up next. The last time I covered Stans protest was a few months ago, and they didn't do well. In spite of the first one they had, they didn't do well. So let's see how this one will go. Again, like I said, it's tough for me with the court, and we'd like to appreciate all of you for coming on tonight. Let's take this break and we call it a day.
your trusted online. Ladies, have you ever wanted hair that turns heads the moment you walk into a room? Hair that gives you confidence, beauty, and that flawless look you truly deserve? Well, your search is finally over. Welcome to Kakuyan Hair Collection, your trusted online destination for luxury, premier quality human hair designed to bring out the beauty in every woman. Whether you are preparing for your birthday photo shoot, wedding, anniversary celebration, graduation, church event, vacation, or just want a stunning look every day, Kakuyan Hair Collection has a perfect hair just for you. At Kakuyan Hair Collection, we proudly offer 100% premier human hair. Beautiful, easy to wear glueless wigs. No glue, no gel, no stress. Sleek and elegant bone straight human hair. Different texture and style for every woman and every occasion. Because at Kakuyan Hair Collection, beauty meets quality. Shop with a brand that understands beauty, class, and quality. Our store is located in the United States of America. For more information, follow us on Instagram at Kakuyan Hair Collection, Facebook at Kakuyan Hair Collection, TikTok at Kakuyan Hair Collection. Better still, email us kakuyanhair@gmail.com. Call or WhatsApp us on +1 267 372 7010. Or better still, visit our online store www.kakuyanhaircollection.com.
I go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist, I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now, and I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major story. Hey. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take a coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no food to eat. We are major headlines. Oh, we are major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. Major headlines. We got major stories. Major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially women. No job, no money. No gods, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money. No gods, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. You don't know stories? You've been writing stories from back of ages. Keep writing stories about people who not. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we got major head. Oh, we got major. The rainy season coming soon. And no all the hot of vacation, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow living in the street with a. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter. Oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no food to eat. We got major headlines. Oh, we got major stories. Hey, yo. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. Major headlines. We got major stories. Major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. People do you cherish? How many people do you help out?